go ahead and get started. As always, here are the class rules. Okay, so we had 10 comprehension questions to answer. So let's have a look at those. Number 1, what is the article "Schools Around the World" mostly about? What do we think? Katie.
How schools are alike and different.
Good girl. How schools are alike and different. Perfect work, Katie. So the article "Schools Around the World" is mostly talking about how schools can be similar and how they can be different. So well done. That's the perfect answer. Okay, number 2. Why does the author use headings in the article? Let's go for Suri.
To explain what is in each picture.
So you're very close. So that's a caption. A caption explains what's in each picture. So a heading is at the very top of a page. So have a look here. The heading here says what? What does this say, Suri?
Comprehension.
Good girl. That's our heading. It's letting us know what it's going to be about. Okay, so this is the heading for these two pages, comprehension. It's going to let us know what the section is about. So the answer for this one is to tell what each section is about. Okay, number 3, why does each photo have a caption? So the caption is the sentence underneath the photo and it tells what's in each picture. So why does each photo have a caption? Let's go for Fred. Fred, can you tell me?
To explain what is in each picture.
Very good. Well done, Fred. To explain what is in each picture. So underneath the photo, there will be a small sentence that tells us what's going on in each picture. So we'll have a look at that again when we go over our second read today. Number 4, what is one way that all schools are alike? So what is one way that schools are the same all over the world? Let's go for Ruby.
They are all places where students go to learn.
Good girl. Lovely work, Ruby. They are all places where students go to learn. So only some schools can have children living there. They are called boarding schools. And only some schools are small buildings made of brick. Some schools are large buildings made of glass. So the answer is schools are where students go to learn. Okay. Sorry. Next, number 5, what are the amazing school facts boxes for? So this one caused quite a lot of confusion. So if you remember, in the story, we had some small boxes that say amazing school facts. Some of them told us that many schools started thousands of years ago and that students only learned about culture and not math or science or reading. So this one was quite a confusing question, and I will explain more about this when we go through the story again. So what do we think? Let's go for Nancy.
It's B.
B, good girl.
I typed it in the chat box already.
Good girl. Well done, Nancy. Amazing work. It is B. So many people picked C. I think almost half of the people, half of the students picked C. So the answer is to give extra details about schools. So we'll go ahead and look more into that this lesson. It doesn't explain where readers can find out more about schools. It doesn't give us a place to go to find out more about schools. It doesn't give us an internet website to find out. But what it does tell us more details about schools. But we'll look more into that in this lesson. Okay, number 6, why do some teachers teach lessons over the radio or by a computer? What do you think, Daisy?
I think some students cannot travel to the school.
Very good. Well done, Daisy. It's because some students live too far away from the school and they cannot travel. So they are allowed to go online and have their lessons through a computer, just like we're doing right now. Good girl, Daisy. Okay, number 7. What is the school chores section for? Dami, what do you think?
To tell about the job children do at some school.
Very good. Well done. To tell about the jobs children do at some schools. So in this story, it tells us about how some students serve food to their other students. Some students help clean up the classroom. Some students have to help clean up the library. It just tells us about the different jobs that children do. Great. Number 8. Which sentence from the article shows that some parents teach their children at home? What do we think? Jenny.
A home can be school.
Good girl. A home can also be a school. Great work, Jenny. So some children, they get taught by their parents. Their mom and dad are their teachers and they stay at home to learn. Good job. Okay, so then for these two questions, we had to read an American school and refer back to schools around the world. So let's have a look. Number 9, what activity do you see students do in both articles? Let's go for Kitty.
I think it's say a pledge to of the flag.
Good girl. Say a pledge to the flag. So yesterday we read about and talked about American students. They will hold up a flag and they will put their right hand over their heart and they will pledge allegiance to the flag. It just means that they promise to be the best kind of Americans that they can be and they're paying tribute to the flag and to their country. So they do that every single day before they start their day at school. Okay, and last, how are the articles different? Kaki.
American school is about one girl school.
Good girl, well done. An American school is only about one girl's school. Schools around the world is about lots of schools all over the world, but an American school is only about one girl. Okay, guys, well done on your homework. So we had a problem with this question, number 6, about the amazing school facts boxes, but we're going to go over that now. Apart from that, you guys did a really good job, really good work. Many of you got 7 or more out of 10, so that's really good. Okay, have a look here, guys. So these are the amazing facts boxes. We've got 2 on these 2 pages. Here it says schools have been around for thousands of years. The first schools were started to teach children about their culture. So here it's just giving us extra details about how schools have been around for many years. Over here, it says, in some places, children live too far away from their school to go there. Teachers give lessons over the radio or by using computers that are hooked up to the school. So here it's talking about how some students don't have to use transportation because they use computers. Again, this is giving us more details about schools. It's not telling us it's not telling us a place that we can go to get extra information. But I think what we got confused about was the word information. So these 2 boxes are giving us more information, but they're not telling us a certain place to go to find more information. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our lesson. So guys, today we are focusing on 2 things. We're focusing on text and graphic features, and we're also focusing on main ideas and details. So let's have a look. So the main idea is the most important idea of the topic, and the details tell more about the main idea. What is the topic of schools around the world? What is the topic of the whole story of schools around the world? What do you think? Okay, so
Details about school.
very good. Well done. The topic is about schools around the world. The title is quite literally the topic. Good job, Sop. Schools around the world is all about teaching us about how schools around the world can be different or how they can be similar. So guys, have a look at this. This is what we are looking at today. Main idea and supporting details. The main idea is what the paragraph, section, or selection is mostly about. The supporting details give information about that main idea. So we're going to use a graphic organizer today to fill that in. But first, let's have a look at this. So I want us to reread this page. Can you read the first page for me? So 446, Mooney.
Learning to read and write. One important job for teacher is to help children learn to read and write. Students learn to read and write in many different languages. The language children use at school depends on where they live. Some students study their own language and other language too.
Good girl, lovely reading. Thank you, Mooney. Okay, guys, have a look at this. Text and graphic features. How do the photos and captions help you understand more about the schools? So everyone have a look at this photo on the top, okay? Without this caption, maybe we don't know what's going on. So if we're not sure what's happening in the photo, we could easily look down here. This teacher answers a question for his student at a school in Cuba. So now we know that this student is asking his teacher a question. Now we have more clarity. If we look over here, maybe we can see a picture, but we're not sure what's happening. Thankfully, there is a caption underneath to tell us more details about what's happening. It says, at an American school overseas, students study a map of Europe. So we know that these students are looking at a map of Europe. Have a look at the heading over here. This says other lessons. Can you read for me, please, Vanchi?
Other lesson. Children learn many things at school all around the world. They study math and science. They learn about their own countries and other countries too. Many children around the world study art and music in school. They also they may also learn how to use a computer.
Very good. Well done. Lovely reading. Perfect. Good job, Vanchi. Okay, guys, so here we have two headings, learning to read and write and other lessons. Let's have a look at the next page. What do the headings tell you? Why are they helpful for us? Why are they there? Zweeming, can you tell me?
Because it is what they are talking about.
Very good. Well done, Zweeming. It tells us what the page is going to be about. Have a look. The heading states what the page is about. So it's very helpful for us readers because it organizes the pages. We know exactly what we're going to read about. Good job, Zweeming. Okay, next, have a look. How does the photo help you learn about the topic learning to read and write? So have a look over here, guys. How does this photo help us know more about the section learning to read and write? Buh, what do you think? What does the picture show you, Buh?
Helping one student.
Good job. Well done. So the teacher is helping the student. So this picture helps us know that the teachers will help the students learn to read and write. Good job, Buh. Have a look here. The photo gives details about teachers working with children and how children learn. Really good work. Have a look at the last question. How does the caption help you? So here the caption says, this teacher answers a question for his student at a school in Cuba. How does this caption help us? Nuna, telling us more?
Details.
Good girl, it's telling us more details. If we didn't have this caption, we wouldn't be sure what's happening. We wouldn't know if this is a teacher, is it a friend? We wouldn't be sure. But this caption gives more details to help us understand the picture better. Well done, Nuna. So it tells more about the picture. Well done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read this page and we're going to fill in a graphic organizer together about the main idea. So let's go ahead and read. Kuhn, can you read for me, please?
Older students. Many people go to school even after they are adult. They may go to college or they may go to a trade
Trade
school to learn
school to learn.
how to do a quantio.
Certain
Yeah,
certain
certain
job.
job. Actors also that cursor.
Classes,
Classes for fun. They study different language
languages.
and languages and learn how to do things. No matter how old studied
Students
they
are,
were
they go.
studied, they go to school to learn.
Okay, good job. Thank you, Kuhn. Lovely reading. Okay, can you read this caption for me, please? Ding Ming.
These women in India go to school at night.
Lovely, well done. So we've got a picture here of two women in India looking at a book. So they are studying at school at night. What can we see in this picture? Dami, can you tell me?
A man is studying science.
Very good. A
And
man
this
is
book
studying.
can looking at something is very small and cannot seen by human eyes.
Very good. Do you know what we call this machine?
No.
That's okay. Can anyone help Dami? But you are right, Dami. So I think this man is studying science and he's using a special machine to look at something small. Does anyone know what this machine is called? It's called a microscope. So we use this and it's called a microscope. We use it to look at very small things. Okay, guys, so have a look. This is what we're going to do next. What is the topic of schools around the world? How does the main idea of the section older students fit with the topic? So let's have a look here. What is the main idea of this page? Michael, what do you think? What's the main idea about, well, these two pages?
They tell about people who are old but still go to school.
Perfect. Well done, Michael. Great answer. The main idea is about older people who go to school. So many adults go to school. Perfect answer, Michael. Now, what are some details that tell us more about adults going to school? Our main idea is that adults can go to school. Who can tell me some details? Kaki, your hand's up.
This woman in India go to school at night.
Yeah, so we could say people go to school at nighttime. Good, that's one detail. A detail could be that adults go to school at night. Lovely work. What about you, Simon? Can you see another detail?
Adults also take classes for fun.
Very good, well done. Adults can take classes for fun. Amazing work, Simon. Really good work. So let's have a look. So the main idea that Michael told us was that adults go to school. One of our details is that they may go to college or trade school. Can anyone tell me what it means when it says college? What does college mean? Aling, what do you think? What do you think college is?
I think college is the school where adults go.
Very good. Well done, Haling. College is a school for older students. So, for example, I think in England and in Vietnam, we call it the same thing. We can call it university. University and college mean the same thing. So, in America, they call it college, but in England and in Vietnam, we call it university. So, it's a big school that adults go to. So, when you're 18 years old, if you want to go to university, you can carry on your studies. A trade school, so we talked about this yesterday. Does anyone remember what a trade school is? So a trade job is some jobs like a plumber or an electrician or a builder. So there are schools that are specific for certain trades. So if you are growing up around cars and you love fixing cars, you're very interested in cars, maybe you want to be a mechanic. Now, instead of going to university, you can go to a special trade school where they will teach you and train you how to be a great mechanic. So that's what trade school means. Another detail is, like Simon said, adults can take classes just for fun. Maybe they don't want to take classes to pursue a career, but maybe it's to learn another language. Maybe it's to learn how to salsa dance. Maybe it's to learn how to cook. Maybe it's just simply for fun. So good job to that, guys. Okay, have a look at this, guys. So this is learning then and now. This is the last thing we're going to do today. We're going to compare school long ago and school now. So have a look at the top here. Can you read for me Hai Phum?
Long ago, horses, school bus today.
Buses,
Buses today, school buses have
engine,
engines to make them go. How easily
how else?
else do you get to school?
Very good. So long ago, horses pulled school buses. Have a look here. This is a school bus in the early 1900s. There's a horse and many children off to school. But nowadays, we have things like school buses, motorbikes, and cars to get us to school. So it's much easier and much faster. Can you read for me, please? Katie.
Long ago, kids wrote on a slate with chalk. Today, kids can use computers. What else do you use to write?
Good girl. Lovely reading. Thank you, Katie. So here we're talking about long ago, kids had chalkboards. Now today, we still actually use those sometimes, but we're even luckier. Now we have things like mini whiteboards too, which are much easier to clean. But also today we have things like computers and iPads and pens and pencils that we're very lucky to use to write with. Okay, let's have a look down here. Can you read for me, please? Let's have a boy this time. Ding Ming, can you read for me?
Long ago, school milk came in a glass bottle. Today, school milk comes in a carton. What else do you have for lunch?
Very good. Well done. Lovely reading, Ding Ming. So long ago, way back in 1947, um, we used to have glass bottles of milk. But nowadays, milk comes in a little carton like this, or even a smaller carton. Sometimes you're even lucky enough to have a straw come with your carton of milk these days. So that's quite different. Okay, and the last one is over here. Can you read for me? Let's have a girl. Kitty, can you read for me? Long ago.
Long ago, kids did bowling,
Bowling.
bowling at bowling at recess. Today, kids climb younger gym. What else do you do at recess?
Very good. So there's that word recess coming up again. Who can remember what recess means?
Recess means break time.
Good girl. Well done. Very good memory. Recess means break time. So long ago, kids did bowling at break time. So have a look at this. Bowling is a type of sport or game you play where you can set up some pins and you roll a ball, and the aim of the game is to knock all of the bowling pins over. Today, kids have really cool things in the playground like jungle gyms and roundabouts and swings and basketball hoops. So there are many more things that we can do today at recess or during break time. Okay, guys, so the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to fill in this main idea and details graphic organizer, and then I'm going to give you your homework. So have a look here. The title is What School Was Like Long Ago. The main idea has been done for us. Schools long ago were different. Who can give me some details to explain how schools long ago were different based off what we have just read? What are some of the things that you can remember to explain how school is different? Let's go for Jenny and Piggy.
So long ago, they bowling, and now we have a different game.
Very good. Long ago, they played bowling during break time, but now we play different games and we have jungle gyms. Perfect work, Jenny. Amazing. Okay, let's have a boy this time. Okay, Dami, go ahead.
The transportation is different. We
Ooh.
can now we sometimes we use submarine boats or something or airplane.
And what did they use long ago?
A horse.
A horse and carriage. Very good. Very
How
good,
about
Dami.
do they use the white brother airplane?
Ah, yes, very good. The very first airplane. Good job, Dami. I don't think anyone would use an airplane to get to school unless they were very, very, very rich and very important. But great, that's a great detail. Long ago, the transportation was different. They used horses and carriages, and now we have things like school buses and cars. Good job. Okay, let's go for a girl. Can you tell me, Nuna? Tell me one detail about how schools long ago were different.
Long ago they used chalkboard, but today they use computers and paper or anything.
Good girl. Well done. Perfect. Long ago, people used to write only on chalkboards. They didn't have notebooks or pens or pencils. Nowadays, we're lucky enough to have computers and iPads and notebooks and pens and pencils and even glittery pens. Good girl, Nuna. Amazing. Let's have a look at some of the details here. Long ago, students brought a tin pail to school, whereas today we use lunch bags or boxes. Or long ago, students wrote on a board using chalk, whereas today we use pens, we use pencils and pens. Very good. Amazing work, guys. So well done for filling in the details and the main idea. Have a look at our homework. Okay, guys, for homework, this is what we're going to do. This is the worksheet you will have, finding the main idea. The rain began early in the morning, so you read all about the storm. So you're going to read this small passage, then you tell me what is the main idea. You have 4 options to choose from. Then I want you to write 3 details in the story to tell me. So what we'll do is we'll make a Google form from this. And then on Google form, I want you to type in 1, 2, 3 details that tell more information about the main idea. So I'm going to stop sharing. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Goodbye.
Goodbye.